YouTube fam, how y'all doing? TM Nation, how y'all doing? Today we're going to take a look at the newly released Skullcandy Dime 2 true wireless earbuds and compare them to my older Skullcandy Dime earbuds to see what has changed. Because the natural question becomes, are the Dime 2s worth it, being that they cost $29.99 right now? Or should you save a little bit of money and get the Dimes because they are on sale for 22 bucks. And for those of you out there that already own a pair of the Dimes and you just want to know if it's worth the upgrade to the Dime 2s, I got you covered. I will go through that later on in the video. But one thing that I can tell you guys right off the bat is that over the past 9 months or so, I have used my Dimes on many different occasions, and for a pair of entry-level earbuds, these things are solid. No, you're not going to get the best specs or all of the features at this price point, but in the areas of sound quality, call quality, and battery life, I think that these perform well. Now, I did do a full unboxing video on the Dimes, and I'll leave a link in the description for you all to check out, but the experience is pretty much the same between the two. With both pairs, you're going to get a user manual, a small micro USB cable for charging. Yes, unfortunately, the case for each of these is still gonna charge via micro USB. You'll also get small, medium, and large ear tips so you can see which ones fit in your ears the best. And last but not least, the earbuds and the charging case. As you can see, the case that you'll get with the Dime 2s remains exactly the same as what you'll get with the Dimes. The stems are still exposed, which is something that I'm not crazy about. In general, the Dime case does feel cheap in the hands, but it has held up for me without an issue so far. Battery life wise, you can expect to get the same exact performance out of both pairs, which is about 3.5 hours on a single charge, but you can throw them back into the case about 3 additional times for a total usage of about 12. No, those certainly are not record-breaking numbers, but for the average person that uses their earbuds for a couple of hours at a time, then just throws them back into the box, they're not terrible at the same time. However, for somebody that's looking for a pair of earbuds that will get them through a shift at work or something of that nature, the Jib Trues will get you closer at about 6 hours on a single charge. If you have the extra money, the Grind Fuels will get you up to 9. The earbud design also remains unchanged. As you can see, they are relatively small earbuds, but the stems do make them easier to put in and take out of my ears. For me, the comfort is completely fine with them. I have been able to wear them for a couple of hours at a time without any ear fatigue, discomfort, or having to worry about them falling out. For me, they've also done a decent job when it comes to staying in place while I was exercising. Now, if you're somebody that does activities that require a lot of movement or you sweat a lot, you'll likely have to reposition them every once in a while. Both pairs also carry an IPX4 dust and water resistance rating, so splashes of water or sweat will not harm them, but you do not want to submerge them. Touching on the amount of sound leakage that you'll get with these, both pairs are gonna leak some sound, but it's not terrible considering how loud they get. One thing that I can tell you guys from experience is if somebody is in your vicinity or right next to you and you have these earbuds at the max volume, they're likely gonna be able to hear what you're listening to pretty clearly. But I did do my leakage test so that you guys can judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. One difference that you have in between the two is the Dime 2s are rocking Bluetooth 5.2 while the Dimes are rocking Bluetooth 5.0. Personally, I haven't had an issue with either pair maintaining a stable connection, and in terms of the latency, both pair do just fine for watching YouTube videos, movies, or anything of that nature. Now, I will say that if you're a hardcore mobile gamer, neither pair is gonna do the best in that department. If you're a casual like myself, they'll do just fine. But one feature that you do have and that I know a lot of people look for in earbuds nowadays is that you can use one earbud at a time while the other is in the case. Another upgrade that you get with the Dime 2s is they are compatible with the Tile app. Now for me personally, this is not a game-changing feature, but I do understand that there are some people out there that love it and that won't buy a pair of earbuds that don't offer some type of tracking. The setup process is simple, and in a nutshell, what Tile allows you to do is keep track of your earbuds through the app. If you misplace one or both of them, you can go into the Tile app and click on Find. This will give you an approximate location or the last known location of the earbuds. Besides providing you with location information, the earbuds will also chime, which is a nice feature to help you find them easier. I did test the functionality out with the Dime 2s and it works completely fine, just like it does with my other compatible devices. One area that I was critical about with the Dimes that remains not the best with the Dime 2s is that of the playback controls. They are responsive and you do have all of the functions that you would need. They just require too much force to activate, in my opinion. They're not touch controls and sometimes it feels like I almost have to jam them down into my ears just to track forward or track back. When I first got the Dimes, I thought maybe they would loosen up a little bit over time, but almost a year later, they're still difficult. As far as the sound quality, like pretty much everything else, both pairs perform exactly the same to my ears. If there have been any tuning or driver changes, I can't pick them up because they both sound great in certain areas and not so good in others. That being said though guys, these are entry-level earbuds, so do not expect audiophile grade sound out of them. For what you're paying, I do think they sound good. One thing that I can tell you that I've noticed over time with my Dimes is that they definitely started to sound better. Some earbuds do sound great out of the box, but that was not my experience with the Dimes. They sounded okay for the first few listens, but once I broke them in, there was a noticeable difference. Now with my Dimes, I can pretty much max them out and the distortion is nowhere near as bad as it was when I first picked them up, and the sound is much more balanced. Now they still don't do the best job with sound separation, but I can usually hear most of the detail in my music while getting some nice deep and punchy bass. As far as call quality, I think that both pairs will get the job done. Neither pair is going to be crystal clear, but I did take a sample so that you guys can judge for yourselves. Let's check it out. Okay guys, so now I have the Dime 2s paired to my iPhone 13 Pro. As you can see, the mics on the earbuds are providing you with this audio. I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these will perform for voice calls. Alright guys, so right now I have the Skullcandy Dimes paired to my iPhone 12 Pro. The audio that you're hearing is coming directly from the microphones on the earbuds. I'm not going to do any type of editing to this audio, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these perform for voice calls. Overall fam, the Dimes are some of the most popular budget true wireless earbuds out there, and over the past year, they've maintained a 4.3 out of 5 rating on Amazon. I think that this is going to remain the same with the Dime 2s because they perform just as good, but now they offer Bluetooth 5.2 and compatibility with the Tile app. But for anybody out there that already has a pair of the Dimes and you're wondering if the upgrade to the Dime 2s is worth it, personally I would say no. I don't think it's worth it just to get Bluetooth 5.2 and access to the Tile app. On the other hand, if you're somebody that just wants to try out a pair of Skullcandy earbuds and you don't want to break the bank, I would say just go ahead and pick up a pair of the Dime 2s just so you have everything that the Dimes have to offer at the moment. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tecmo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.